Hey, what is going on guys? Huahui here, and today I'll be showing you how to remix / customize your own texture pack. Because I am unable to redistribute or make my texture pack public because of copyright reasons that I will show you right now. As you can see, this is the Redcraft page, and it says customize / edit Redcraft in any way you like as long as you keep it privately. So in most texture packs such as Redcraft, Devscape, Sphax, DokuCraft, not Faithful, I'm not sure about Faithful, but most texture packs, if you remix them, you have to keep them private. You cannot make it public, you cannot send it to anyone else, or you will get in trouble for it. So to avoid future problems, I will not be redistributing or making public my texture pack, but I will show you how to make it. This is what this video is for. And alright, so I've made two texture packs. The first one was a edited version of Devscape 64X, or 64 pixels, X means pixels, and then there's a Faithful 32X. So on my latest videos, I use them both, it depends. But I like the Faithful more now because, you know, I like default textures, but default textures are 16x, and that's a little bit too low res for me. So Faithful is pretty much like default. So yeah, Faithful is actually really good. So I remixed Faithful 32x to my own liking. So first, we're gonna download a whole bunch of texture packs and rename them. As you can see here, I got 1.6 a bag of shred, 1.6 Devscape 32x, Faithful Venom, Shredders, DokuCraft, blah blah blah, Devscape, Dragon Dance, and all of this gets texture packs. And where you want to start? You want to start with the texture pack where most of your blocks are going to come from. When I'm talking about blocks, I'm talking about like the grass blocks, the stone brick, and cobblestone. Like, those are blocks. And let's make my texture pack here. We're gonna start with Faithful 32 right here. Copy, right click, and then paste it on your desktop. To not waste too much time on this, to save time, you want to keep everything organized like I'm doing right now. And yes, so we're gonna start with this right here. I'm gonna right click it, rename it as my customized texture pack, but this is gonna be the base. So you know what, let's call it the base. So okay, so what are you gonna do? Open this. You're gonna see a few files here. You're gonna drag all of them out to your desktop, and these two are, I'm lagging right now, that's so weird. These two are actually the same thing. This is your texture pack, these three files, because if you want to change this back into a WinRAR file, you drag this, all three of them, right click it, go to send to, and click compressed zip folder. And what this does is it makes it into a compressed zip file folder, and WinRAR is able to read that, and I just changed this back into the base. So these two are actually the same, but we're gonna delete that right now. But yes, that is how you revert back your folders and to become a texture pack. Alright, so assets. Wait, no, let's do this first. Pack. This is just a picture of how your resource pack is gonna look when you go on Minecraft, and then you click options, and then you click resource pack, and this will be the picture of your resource pack. So this is a, let's see, 124, I think. Wait, why did let's just scroll over it. Yeah, it's a 128 times 128 picture size, and yeah, it could be anything. You can make it like, see, I made it my own face here. Let's go pictures, MC pics. We got here, this is 550 times 550. I just gotta scale it down to 120 times 128. I'm not sure if it actually works with 550 times 550 or anything higher than 128 times 128, But if it only accepts 128 times 128, then just scale it down, and yeah, that will be your texture pack icon. And then right here, pack.mcmeta, what you're gonna do is right click it, open, select a program from a list of installed programs. Notepad, I'm not gonna always use the selected program, this is only gonna be temporary, and press OK. So as you can see here, I don't know what this means, but next to description right here, between the quotation marks where it says Vadix Faithful 32x32 pack, we're gonna delete that, and we're gonna write a description, your own description of your own texture pack or your customized texture pack. So this is gonna be Huawei's Faithful 32x 64x, because I'm going to be using 64x items because 32x items are very pixelated and I don't like that look. So what we're going to do is file, save, and that'll show the description of your texture pack when you go on Minecraft, options, resource packs, and it'll show the description there and the picture. So okay, now let's start customizing our texture pack. Well, first I'm going to explain what each folder means. So if we double click on assets here, this is where all the textures are, Minecraft. And MC Patcher, if you have MC Patcher, these are the files for MC Patcher. Like this is CTM, connected textures, and I don't use connected textures, so I delete that. And then the font, there's extended HD font, but I don't think that actually works. I tried it, but it looks the same. So for MC Patcher, I do not use the extended HD font feature because your texture pack already has its own font, and this is, I guess this makes it more HD, but it didn't work for me. But yeah, for the MC Patcher folder, this is you could put better skies there too. Like I'll show you right now. Let's go to I don't know how to say it. Halcyon Days 32. Halcyon, I think it's Halcyon. Going to assets, same thing, Minecraft, MC Patcher, and a light map and sky. If you want my sky, this is the sky that I got my sky from. Got it from Halcyon Days 32x. And a light map is the lighting. When you go into a cave or a dark area, it's actually nice. It's like a purple pinkish lighting. Like if you play on Solar Frost, it looks amazing. Like I love it. So I put light map and then sky. I'm gonna close this. So this is what we're editing right here. It's assets. Yeah, it might be a little bit confusing when you're messing around with all these folders, but MC Patcher, inside MC Patcher, we're gonna have a light map and sky. But right now, you see, Optifine isn't compatible with MC Patcher, and I'd rather have Optifine. So whether you put this or not, it doesn't matter unless you use MC Patcher. So let's just leave it here. So it won't affect you. So let's go back to Minecraft. Now this is the textures folder. You double click textures. Now we have blocks, entity, environment, font. See the fonts right here. That's why I deleted the other one, because I'm not going to be using MC Patcher. GUI, game user interface. That's what it means. Items, map, MISC, models. Models is your armor, and yeah. And then there's painting, which is the paintings, portraits. And you go back, and there's particles. This is where, you know, you want the star particles. This is it. You just gotta overwrite this one, and footprint is in particle too. Alright, so let's start with blocks. So let's maximize this. As you can see, most of the blocks, I love Faithful. All of the blocks are awesome, but there are some that I don't like. Well, I don't hate, but like it could be better. So let's see, we're gonna go back to my texture packs. Let's see. How I made my texture pack was I got something from 1.6 Faithful Venom. Deathscape 32. See, I'm gonna be making a 32 pack. Right here, Faithful Venom, there's actually a lily pad texture that I'm gonna scale down to 32x, and I'll show you guys how to do that. And then there's let's see, default realism. Yes, Redcraft default realism 32. See, it depends what pixel, how many pixels your texture pack's gonna be for the texture. So I'm making a 32 pack right now, and I'm gonna download all the 32 packs and drag them out here. Wait, there's actually a Faithful Venom 32. Oh wait, no, it's a little bit, Faithful Venom 32 is a little bit different from Faithful Venom 64. And Halcyon Days, I already got the sky from there, so I don't need to do that, but let's just drag it out just for the purpose of this video. Like if you want to add the better skies, add the light map. And then there's 1.7 smooth realism 32. I don't need this. Sword text, no. Oh, I need Sphax, and I actually need Deathscape 64 because I'm gonna get the items and the GUI from there, the game user interface. I'll show you how that looks once I get into it. And let's get Sphax 64x2. I remember there's some textures I took from there. And this is about it, I think. Wait, no, a bag of shred and Shredder's Faithful. Okay, so whoa, right here we got so many texture packs that we're gonna get a few textures from. So we're gonna close this, and let's close this again. Let's start all over. Okay, so this is the base. Actually, we can actually delete. Actually, oh, I say actually so much. We can delete this because we already have all those files out here. This is the base right here. So I'm gonna leave this over here. Let's start with blocks. Okay, we gotta do it one folder at a time, guys. Blocks. What blocks do I not like? I do not like this brick here because I found better bricks on not default but Redcraft. Let's Redcraft. Oh, let's just move this. So let's put Redcraft together, Deathscape 32, and then there's Deathscape 64. We were not going to be using, and then Halcyon Days. So we're going to put that all the way at the bottom. Okay, so Redcraft smooth realism. If you want to see all of the textures, you're gonna have to drag everything out from here, like the blocks. Just drag it out and put it right next to it so you don't get confused. Because if you just open the blocks, you can only open one file at a time from the WinRAR file, and I don't got time for that. So let's just drag the whole folder out. We're gonna check it out here. Let's see. See, this is the brick block I use. It's from Redcraft 32x Smooth Realism. I'm gonna move and replace it because this is the customized. The left here is gonna be my customized texture pack. And let's refresh this, and bam, we're gonna have that Redcraft brick. And what else do we want from Redcraft? Let's check it out. This takes time, guys. This takes time. Oh, glass. Okay, let's do. See, glass. There's a lot of glass here. So what we're gonna do is on right here, search blocks. We're gonna type in glass and press. Okay, we don't have to press enter. And we're gonna do Control A, which is to select all, or you can just drag it all. But we're just gonna do Control A selects all of this glass, and we're gonna drag it in here because I don't like the glass from Faithful 32. You see here, like it's not transparent, and yeah, I don't like it like that. So I like Redcraft glass. See this? Yeah, it's transparent right there. Okay, so we're gonna select all and drag all of it to our customized, to our base. We're gonna call it our base. Move and replace, move and replace, move and replace. And we're just gonna replace all of this here. Oh man, I need some water. I'm talking too much. I'm actually drinking iced tea, but whatever. Alright, so after you replace all of it, just refresh it, you know, get it all lined up, and there, you got all your glass to your texture pack that you wanted. And let's see, what else do we want from Redcraft? I actually like the grass blocks, but you know what, let's just stick with Faithful. What else do they have? I think that's about it. Tallgrass, you see, okay, let's go to Redcraft Default Realism. We're gonna go take out their blocks folder. See, this is default. Oh wait, you see, oh, you do not want to merge it. So what we're gonna do is rename this blocks to blocks red smooth. Let's just do that'll be Redcraft smooth. So we could drag this out to our desktop, and then we have to rename this every time. It's gonna be blocks space. This is just for organization. Red default. So yes, this is Redcraft default, Redcraft smooth. There's a difference between their Tallgrass, and I'm gonna show you. Okay, default realism actually looks nicer, in my opinion. So we're gonna press T, goes to Tallgrass. You see, every block, every item, they all have a certain name. So if you change this to TNT bottom 1, this texture won't work because you named it wrong. Every texture has a precise name, and you cannot change it. For it to work, it has to be that name. So let's change it back to TNT bottom, and okay. So you see that Tallgrass. Hey, let's drag out the smooth realism Tallgrass. Okay, let's do Tallgrass 1, and this is gonna be Tallgrass 2. So you see, this one's actually lighter than this one. This one's darker. So this is why I like the lighter version, because it looks nicer. So if you want the Tallgrass, it's from, excuse me, Redcraft Default Realism 32. So let's delete this. We don't like that Tallgrass, and let's keep this one. Remember to rename it back. Take away the 1. That's just for organization, and yeah, it's supposed to be called Tallgrass. And we're gonna drag it here and replace that ugly Tallgrass from Faithful. Bam. And then we're gonna refresh it. Alright, so now we can press T, and bam, Tallgrass. Looking good, looking good. Alright, so what other blocks do we want from Redcraft? I think that's about it. Okay, let's pick up the pace. Okay, now let's go to Devscape. Devscape, assets, Minecraft. Devscape, I want their items. No, this is 32. 32, I actually want their blocks. We're gonna open this. Wait, we don't only want their blocks, actually. I say actually a lot. We want their color map is the shading. Color map is the shading between different biomes. So we actually want I'm telling you guys, I say actually too much. I don't know what is with me and actually. Actually, it sounds like Ashley. I don't know. Color map. Yes, color map. We want this. So when you're like when you're playing TSG2, the Tallgrass will actually be brown, and the leaf blocks will the leaf blocks actually won't change that much, I don't think. But this would fix the shading depending on the biome. So we want the color map from Redcraft Smooth Realism. I think it's the same as Redcraft Default Realism, but let's play it safe. Let's do Smooth Realism. Wait, we actually want more from this. Actually, we want the models. Some of the models. Want to take out the. Let's see. Let's just take out models. Oh, that moved down a little bit. Let's put it back. And let's do Devscape 32. We also want their models. / armor. This is what your armor is gonna look like when you're F5 or when someone's wearing armor. Let's do this. Models. Let's rename it to models 1, and then we drag this out. It's gonna be models 2. I want to mix it because as you can see here, Redcraft only has diamond, gold, and iron armor here. They didn't change their leather and their chain. So in Models 2, which is from Devscape, I'm gonna go to armor. I actually love their chainmail. Their chainmail is awesome. So we don't have to replace anything because there was no chainmail in the first place. And then there's leather. Leather has 4 layers, so just be careful here. Or you can just type L here and just you know what, leather. And yeah, there's 4 layers of leather, and we're gonna drag it here. So now you have leather, chain from Deathscape, and then iron, diamond, and gold is from Redcraft. And yes, this is from the 32x versions. There's actually a difference in size and pixels and armor from 64x and 32x. So now that that's done, which one did I put it in? See, it gets confusing a little bit. Okay, this is the models that I want. Models. And what we're gonna do is close this, go back to our base, Minecraft, textures, models. I do not want the models from our base, which is Faithful, and we want the models that we just customized. Yes, here we go. So we got the models done. Let's delete the models. Let's finish the blocks first. I don't want to get to, you know what, color map. See, Faithful doesn't even have a color map, so let's add a color map here. Color map actually goes here on textures, and bam, color map. Entity, okay, let's do entity. See, entity I got from Deathscape 32, because this is a 32 texture pack. We're gonna keep it all 32 textures. Let's drag out the entity. Let's not mix it up and put it next to Deathscape 32. Wait, that's 64. Oh, it's right here. Deathscape 32. Double click entity. I like their bolt. Here, let's make the icons a little bit bigger. Large icons. Okay. Their bolt is more clean, and see, this is kind of like wood, and I like that clean looking boat. And I mean, this depends. This boat doesn't look that bad, but okay, let's just replace it. We're gonna have a nice clean looking boat. And the signs, you see the sign? This is like when you see a sign, or when you're on a boat, this is how it's gonna look. And you do not like this. I do not like that sign texture. We want it clear so we can actually read what's on the sign, and that is why I like Deathscape. Bam, move and replace. So we just replace the bolt, the sign. You can also change experience orbs. Yes, the experience orbs kind of hard to tell, but this is kind of pixelated here, and this is more smooth and nicely shaded. So we're gonna get the experience orbs from Deathscape. And there's also like how the witch looks like. This entity is the animals, the mobs, enchanting table. They got the arrows. This is how it's gonna look on the floor, not when you're holding it. This is like external. So the bat, blaze, these are all external stuff. And yeah, that's about it. All I wanted was a boat and a sign and the orb, experience orbs. That was my texture pack, I remember. So we're done with entity there. Okay, so let's start over again. What do we got next? We didn't finish the blocks yet, but we're gonna, okay, let's finish the blocks first, because okay, cake. I remember cake I like from Sphax 32. Assets, Minecraft, textures, blocks. You know what, let's just drag out the whole nope, we gotta rename this to blocks Deathscape, and so then we can actually drag this out without being asked to replace the other blocks folder, because you cannot have two of the same folder. Blocks Sphax, it's gonna be 32 here. Just double check if it's 32. Yes, it is 32 pixels. And what block did I want? I wanted their sponge. See, it looks like cheese, and you see the sponge from here, it looks like crap. Put it in, move and replace. And there's also another texture I want for it, cake. We're gonna type it in from the top here, cake. And there's cake inner, top, bottom, side. And then we got cake here, you see. I mean, this cake doesn't look bad, but it's just that Sphax looks better for me, in my opinion. So we're gonna do this, drag that there, move and replace, move and replace, move and replace, and we just got some brand new looking cake here. What other blocks do we want from Sphax? I mean, you can pick any block you want. Like if you like the ores, you can get the ores from Sphax. But you see, I'm trying to make my texture pack not too much different from like it's faithful blocks, because this is faithful based, and I want them all to kind of connect. You know, I don't want them to look too different from each other, and I think that's all I got from Sphax. Yep, sponge. See, this is nice looking water, but I don't like the water flow. It's too much water flow there, and that's about it. Okay, so Sphax, we're finished with you. What other blocks do you want? We're gonna leave the cactus. We already got the glass, grass, dirt, iron bars. Iron bars is from Deathscape 32. I remember this. Iron bars. You see this? This is like when you get in a game, this is really dirty looking. So I like it clean. Deathscape is a smooth texture pack, and I like these iron bars more. I'm gonna replace that. And see how all these textures are 32. They're all the same size. Yeah, because that is how I like it. Everything to be the same size. And the pumpkins, oh, I remember I replaced the pumpkin. You see, it's pretty ugly here on Faithful. It's like so what we're gonna do is, and the stems too. So because the stems, there is a little difference if you scroll into it. I'm gonna open both of the files and zoom in. See, this is more smoother here on Deathscape than compared to Faithful. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is this pumpkin stem, pumpkin, it all starts with the P. What we're gonna do is do pumpkins, and then we're gonna drag all of this. These are all the pumpkin textures. Move and replace, move and replace, and then let's refresh this. And let's go back down to pumpkin. Wait, there's actually fire. See, fire consists of fire layer 0, fire layer 0 PNG MC meta, fire layer 1, fire layer 1 MC meta. What we're gonna do is delete this, because some fire layers, they have more than 4 files, but here, we're just gonna play it safe here and delete the fire layers. But in this case, you know what, let's be more safe and just type fire and delete all the fire layers. This is your flint and steel. When you light something on fire, like, and when you're on fire, how low it's gonna be. So this, if you want low fire, you get a low fire texture from, what was it, Shredders, I think, or some PvP pack. It's pretty easy to find, and this, you replace it on the blocks folder. But I don't like low fire, to be honest. I like medium fire, or which is Deathscape, because Faithful fire it gets all over your face. It's like full screen fire, which is terrible. So this is Deathscape fire. Let's make sure, is this the 32 one? Yeah, this is the 32 one. I did not drag out the 64 one. See, it gets a little bit confusing sometimes. You don't know what you... Oh, here we gotta close this. Just press X. Go back to the folder. Fire layer. Just drag it in there. Refresh. And there you go. There's your fire layer. Just press X here. And now it won't search for whatever you typed there. And what else we got? Oh, I actually replaced the daylight detectors, even though I've never made one before. I've never seen a daylight detector block when I'm playing MCSG or even survival. When I move and replace this, move and replace this. Okay, then we'll go back to Deathscape here, press X. But this is taking quite a long time. How long have I been recording for? 30 minutes. Oh my god. Okay, so you guys get the point. Holy. Glowstone. I want that glowstone. Redstone lamp. Let's speed it up. We're gonna do fast forward. Redstone lamp. Move and replace. Redstone lamp off. Move and replace. Mushrooms. I remember the mushroom blocks from Redcraft Smooth. Mushrooms, they do not have mushrooms heroes from Redcraft default. Mushrooms, mushroom red, replace. Mushroom brown, replace, because they look smoother. What else we got? Scaling down, I'm not gonna show you guys because like this is what I did. If you guys want my swords, I'm not gonna make it public, but I actually made it myself. I can make it public, but we'll see in the future. See, cut off swords. My friend sent me these cut off swords, 128 times 128. What I did was added with GIMP. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It's gonna take a while. I need more water. I cannot talk this long. My throat gets like really weird and dry when I talk for long periods of time. Alright, so you guys have to learn how to use GIMP. Z is to zoom in, then you click, zoom in. You see how this is 128. What I do is select all, Control A. I'm gonna scale it down. This is the scale to do that. Lock the pixel so it becomes squared, you know, and then you're gonna type 64x, 64, scale, Control C, copy, new. It's gonna be a 64 texture, advanced options, background, it's gonna be transparent, okay. This is a new file, this is your 64, paste it here, zoom in here. I'm gonna close this because this is the file we're editing, it is now 64. Right click the layer, 2 new layers, so now it's actually there. It's not just a pasted layer and you could just merge it down with the you know what, we're gonna have to move this down because of I think it's supposed to be like this. I'm not sure, I forgot how it was, but yeah, this is how I made it. See how blurry it is right now? So I made it from this blurry, because when you scale down something, it takes away the quality, and I had to add sharpness. I reshaded it and I made it look nice, and then it became this right here. Bam. Wait, no, this isn't it. This is it. I actually think it looks better than the 128. And the gold sword, this took quite the time for me to make. Actually, see, this one is more yellow than this one, so I made it darker. So I used the darker wooden sword. So wood sword OG was like the original one, and then I made a wood sword darker version. The darker one actually looks better. So yes, these are swords I use. Someone sent it to me. Let's see here, texture packs 128. Yeah, they were. This was actually a sword. I think it was from Shredders, and then like my friend, he cut it off. I didn't cut it off, but I made it to 64 and I reshaded it. So it looks good. I love these swords. I love it. And then, you know, fishing rod. Let's do this quick. If you guys see my fishing rod, I don't remember where it was from. Here, let's go to my PvP pack here. It's not really a PvP pack. I use this for everything because it looks nice on everything. Items, okay, let me explain items. Okay, now I'm going all over the place. This is how your items will look when you're holding it and when it's in your inventory. So items, yes. See, this I had to go on GIMP, shade it, and I made this green here. Pulling 0, 1, 2, and both standby. This is from Redcraft, so I do not own this texture. The sword is there. Most of this is Deathscape. See, these are 64 pixeled items, and they're better than 32 in my opinion. And the arrows from Redcraft. See, cake. There's actually a cake when you hold it out. What it looks like, and you need the cake texture here. It's from Sphax. Gotta be the same. Fishing rod, this is from Shredders, and what I did was, here, let's go to Shredder 64X. I'm gonna do this real quick. Textures, items, fishing rod, cast and uncast. I'm gonna drag it here. You see how it's brown? All I did was, you know, use the bucket tool and change the colors of the top right here. And yeah, I like the black fishing rod. It looks awesome for me. And yes, and you guys want to know where the particles is from. Okay, let's go to particles. Forget about items. We're done with items. You guys have to mix it yourself. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. It's from A Bag of Shred Mix. I actually got this from Crazy Cappy. He showed me this. So it's not, this isn't even my texture. None of these textures are mine except for, I guess, what's it, the swords maybe? I don't know. I thought I did really good on these swords. Come on, man, they look beast. Just look at that shading, like, Okay, I'm being weird. So let's do textures. This is a bag of shred. This is where I get the star particles. Spar particles. What am I saying? You see, zoom in here. This is the fishing right. See, the particles is not just the freaking stars. Why am I getting angry? There's the fire when you light torches up. The jukebox music thing. The heart, I don't know. When you're in water, there's that little trippy thing. I don't know what that is. And this is from enchanting or like some ender portal thingy. I don't play survival. I'm actually starting to play survival right now. I haven't been playing MCSG that much now because I used to play a lot of MCSG, and now I'm slowing down on it because after 2,600 wins, I gotta slow down. Man, it gets boring a little bit, but that's okay. That is okay. I will still be playing, and I still love MCSG, but I gotta slow it down a bit. But yeah, smoke particles is I think it's from killing mobs. Yes, this is from killing mobs, and yeah, this is the particles. This is where you get the stars from. You can edit this. You can edit this in any way you like, you know. But you know, make sure you give credit. This is from a bag of shred. Let's see, Sphax, I got the sword, stone sword from Sphax, you gotta love it. This is a 64 version. My texture packs never go over 128, and then there's that epic sun. I don't know where it's from, but I just googled it and I found it. This one's actually a big file. Like a normal sun texture was actually 128 or 64x64, but this, yeah, this 340, and it's fine. I don't lag with it. So yeah, that's the epic sun. Yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about environment real quick here. Let's go back to assets, Minecraft textures, font. Just stick with you can change the font, but I like the Faithful 32 font. It's beautiful. GUI is see widgets here. This is where when you scroll over your hotbar is how it's gonna look like. You can get it from, you get mine from what is it? Faithful Venom 64. Or 32. Let's do 32. Faithful Venom 32. No, that's not Faithful Venom. Where's Faithful Venom 32? See, it gets a bit confusing. I think it's probably in here. Faithful Venom 32. Okay, let's just leave it there. Open this. Do that. Textures. GUI. It's gonna be called widgets. Widgets. Check it out here. See, this is the widgets from Faithful, and this is the widgets from. Okay, it's a lie. This from freaking 64x. So let's do this. GUI, widgets, and there we go. See, when you scroll over the hotbar, it's gonna look like this. I actually recolored this to like a really dark blue, and I see that pixel there on the four corners. I erased that because I don't know why that's there. It looks kind of funny. And the rest of it, except for this crosshair thing, it's from Deathscape on mine. So what we're gonna do is cut this little crosshair thing out and paste it on the Deathscape one and delete Deathscape's one here. And yeah, because here I'll show you Deathscape, assets, Minecraft, textures, GUI, widgets. Here, let's just have their whole GUI folder out. This is Deathscape GUI folder. See, I like it like black because and then I erase this and add that little crosshair there, so when I scroll the items it'll look more better. What else we got? This is the backgrounds option. This is the wallpaper when you open your Minecraft. So it could be a dirt block, it could be any block as long as it's 64x times 64x. Icons is from my icons. It's from based off of Redcraft. I made the hearts for the golden apples to yellow because they didn't have that, and I changed the crosshair a little bit. But it's my icons are from Redcraft. This is the book. You really don't need that. This is yeah. It's what's gonna say when you open Minecraft. The background, the panoramas, you can change that if you want, but whatever. This is only when you open Minecraft you see. Container. Okay, now this is all the I don't know how I say this. Like when you open your inventory or blacksmith, all that stuff, I leave it the same. It's all gonna be Devscape because I like it all black. And yes, it matches with the widgets to the widgets from Devscape. But I just, like I said, took out this little crosshair from what was it? Faithful Venom, which is this. Yeah, see that? It's from that. And yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. Let's go back. Textures, items, we already discussed that. Map, this is just like when you have a map, it's just the icons for it. You don't really need to change that. Misc underwater. Okay, when you go in water, sometimes it might be blurry and you see these pixels here. Yeah, you don't want this. So this Misc folder, delete underwater. How big is this? 32x 32x. Okay, so what we're gonna do is open GIMP. You guys have to get GIMP or Photoshop and learn how to, you know, do some basic editing on photos. So what we're gonna do is a new file. It's gonna be 32. We're gonna make that underwater file, but this is gonna be it's easy. Instead of fill, it's gonna be transparency, and let's delete this. It doesn't matter. So this is the file. This is transparent. This is transparent, so it's see-through right now. So what we're gonna do is save this file. Export is to save it, and it's gonna be called underwater.png, and we're gonna do it desktop, export, and just export it. Then we're gonna close this, and as you see on the desktop, it's all black, but it's not black. It's actually transparent. You see. And we're gonna put this here. So when you go underwater, everything is clear. You do not see any pixelation or anything, because once you jump in water, like you see all these pixels, and that's because of this Misc underwater. And if you have a transparent picture here, transparent texture, everything will be transparent and everything will be like clear. All you see is the water. The water is blue and there's no like weird pixels on it, and yeah, it's gonna look nice. So yes, definitely do that. Misc underwater texture, you gotta have that. Models we already did. It's the armor, how you look like, painting, particles, and yeah, this is your texture pack. So after you're done with it, what we're gonna do is refresh here. This was all here. These three. Right click it, send to compressed zip file. It's gonna make it into a zip file, and then we're gonna rename it to, let's see, 1.7. Let's put an underscore because that's how I do it. Huahui edited faithful. Let's do 32x blocks and everything else, and then there's actually 64x items if you want to be specific, but you know, let's press enter. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Let's see how big this file is. It's 10 MB. This is your resource pack. You just customize your resource pack. So you know, go percent app data percent, put in your resource packs folder, and it will work. And that is how you remix or customize a texture pack. Man, this video is really long, but you know, I think I got a lot of information out there for you guys to know and to learn how to make a texture pack. It's pretty simple. Every item has its own name. I'm just gonna summarize it. Every item has their own name. Just make sure it's in the right folder, like this: blocks, items, how they look and how they appear when you're holding it, and in your inventory. See, I forgot to change the bows to Redcraft, but oh, actually, you know what? I already made it, so yeah, you can change the items, change the bows, and GUI icons. See the hearts, golden hearts. So your crosshairs right here. If you can see that, that's your crosshair. You can edit it to your liking. And all this stuff, and widgets, hotbar. You see, this is your hotbar right here, your little scroll over mouse wheel crosshair thing to what you're holding out. And yes, models. Okay, that's pretty much it. Yes, every file has its own name. You just move it, drag it around, mix it up, and you know, check it out on Minecraft after you made it. If there's something you don't like, you can just exit out of Minecraft and find a better texture, or switch back to your old texture that you like, and you know, until you find the perfect textures of your choice. And that is how I made my texture pack. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this helps. This is a long video, I know, but this is how you're gonna get my texture pack. I guess I'll put these swords on here. I'll put the 128 swords, because the 64x swords, these are mine. I made this, so I'm kind of proud of making them too. But I will send you guys these. Well, actually I have to ask my friend first, because I don't think my friend gave me the 128 swords, and I'm not sure if he wants me to send it to everyone or make it public. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. I hope this helps, and I will see you all next time. Peace.